No, we have divided in three our kingdom. It is our first intent to shake all cares and business of our state, confirming them on younger years. Tell me, my daughters, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend, when merit doth most challenge it? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I do love you more than words can weigh the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, or liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much a child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes breath pull and speech enable. Beyond all manner of so much, I love you.
Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife to Cornwall? Speak.
Sir, I am made of self-same metal that my sister is, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart, I find she names my very deed of love. Only she came short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicited in your dear highness's love.
To thee and thine hereditary, ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that confirmed on Goneril. But now, our joy, although the last, not least in our dear love. What can you say to win a third, more opulent than your sisters?
Nothing, my lord.
How? Nothing can come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, no more nor less.
Go to. Mend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortunes.
Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as a right fit, obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my place shall carry half my love of him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father all.
But goes this with thy heart?
Ay, good my lord.
So young and so tender?
So young, my lord, and true.
Well, let it be so. Thy truth, then be thy dog. Here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever.
Good, my
Peace, Kent! Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence in avoid my sight. Let's pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly in my power. Regan and Goneril, of course. Preeminence and all the larger facts that troop with majesty. Ourself by monthly course, with a reservation of 100 nights by you to be sustained. shall our abode make with you by due turns. Only we retain the name and all the additions of a king. This way, revenue, execution of the rest. Beloved daughters, be yours.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron, followed in my praise.
The bow was spent and drawn, make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather, though the folk invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear's mad. What wilt thou do, old man? Thinkest thou that duty shall have dread to speak, when power to flattery bows? To plainness honours bound, when majesty stoops to folly. Reverse thy do, and check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least.
Kent, on thy life, no more. Out of my sight!
Why, fare thee well, King, since thus thou wilt appear. Friendship lives hence, and banishment is here. The gods to their protection take thee, maid, that rightly thinks, and as most justly said. And your large speeches, may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for once that glib and oily art to speak in purpose not, since what I well intend, I'll do it before I speak, that you may know it is no vicious plot, murder, or foulness, no unclean action or dishonored step that have deprived me of your favour, but even for want of that for which I am rich, a still soliciting I in such a tongue, as I am glad I have not, though not to have it, have lost me in your liking.
Go to. Better thou hast not been born, than not to have pleased me better.
The jewels of the father, with washed eyes Cordelia leaves you. I know you what you are, and like a sister, and those lost to call your faults as they are named. Use well, O father. To your professed bosoms I commit him. But yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. Time shall unfold what pleaded cunning hides, who covers faults, at last shame them to rights. Well may you prosper.
Sister, it is not a little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
That's most certain. And with you. Next month with us.
You see how full of changes his age is. The observation we've made of it has not been little. He always loved our sister most, and with what poor judgment he has now, cast her off appears too gross.
'Tis the infirmity of his age. Yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
Pray let's hit together. If our father carry authority with such dispositions as he bears, this lot surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think on't.
We must do something, and in the heat.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Why bastard? Wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind is generous, and my shape as true as an madam's issue, why brand they us with base bastardy? who in the lusty stealth of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a stale, dull-eyed bed go to the creating of a whole tribe of fops got tween asleep and wake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have you land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the illegitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall to the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now gods, stand up for bastards. When we are sick in fortune, often the surfeits of our own behavior, whom are guilty of our disasters, the sun, the moon, and the stars, as if we were villains by necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spiritual predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man, to lay his ghostly disposition to the charge of stars. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under the Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. Foot! I should have been that I am had the maidenly star of the firmament twinkled on my bastardy. Credulous father and a brother noble, whose nature is so far from doing harms that he suspects none, on whose foolish honesty my practice is right easy. I see the business. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit. All with means that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for child in pursuit?
Yes, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it.
He's coming, madam.
Put on what very negligence you please, you and your fellow servants. I'd have it come in question. If you dislike it, let him to our sister, whose mind and mine I know in that are one, not to be overruled idle old man. The stew would manage those authorities that he has given away. Now, by my life, old fools are babes again, and must be used with checks as flatteries when they are seen abused. Remember what I tell you.
Very well, madam.
Now, banished Kent, if thou canst serve where thou dost stand condemned, thy master, whom thou lovest, shall find thee full of labor.
Now, what art thou?
A man, sir.
What dost thou profess? Or wouldst thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I seem. To serve him truly, that will put me in trust. To love him that is honest. To converse with him that is wise and says little. To fear judgment. To fight when I cannot choose, and to eat no fish.
To eat no fish. What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
If thou is poor for a subject as he is for a king, not poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You?
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir. But you have that in your countenance, which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services canst do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly. That which ordinary men are fit for, I am qualified in. And the best of me is diligence.
Follow me. Thou shalt serve me. If I like thee no worse after dinner, I shall not part from thee yet. You, Sarah, where's my daughter?
So please you.
What says the fellow there? Call the clothful back. Where's my fool hoe? I think the world's asleep. Anna, where's the mongrel?
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not entertained with the ceremonious affection as you will want. There is a great abatement appears, as well in the general dependence as in the duke himself also, and your daughter.
Ha! Sayest thou so?
I beseech you pardon me, my lord, if I be mistaken. For my duty cannot be silent when I think your highness wronged.
Thou but remembers me of mine own conception. I will look further into it. But where's this fool? I have not seen him these 2 days.
Since my young lady is going to France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
No more of that. Go you and tell my daughter. I would speak with her. How now, my pretty knave, how dost thou?
Oh, no, uncle, but I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters.
Why, my boy?
If I gave them any living, I'd keep my coxcombs myself. There's mine. Make another of thy daughters.
Take heed, Sirrah the whip.
Truth is a doctor must kneel. You must be whipped out when Lady the Brat may stand by fire and stink.
A pestilent gall to me.
Sarah, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do
Mark it, uncle. Up more than showest, speak less than knowest, learn less than thou owest. Write more than goest, learn more than throwest, set less than thou throwest. Leave thy drink and thy hoe, and keep in the door. And thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score.
this is nothing, fool.
Then, like the breath of an unfit lawyer, you give me nothing foot. Can you make no use of nothing, uncle?
Why, no, boy. Nothing can be made out of nothing.
So much the rent of your land comes to.
A bitter fool.
Dost know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet fool?
No, lad, teach me.
The Lord that comes ready to give away thy land, can place him here by me, do thou for him stand. The sweet and beautiful will pleasantly appear, the one immortally here, the other found out there.
Dost thou call me a fool, boy?
All thy other titles thou hast given away, that thou wast born with. Give me an egg, uncle, and I give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Why, after I cut the egg in the middle and eat up the meat, the 2 crowns of the egg. When thou clovest thy crown in the middle and gavest away both parts, thou borest thy ass or the back or the dirt. Thou hadst little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. I'd rather be any kind of thing than a fool. And yet, I would not be thee, uncle. Thou hast pared thy wit to both sides and left nothing in the middle. Here comes one of the pairings.
How now, daughter? What makes that frontlet on? Methinks you're too much late to the crown.
Thou wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her frown. Now thou art a low without a figure. I am better than thou art now. I am a fool, thou art nothing.
Sir, your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured, dryads.
Are you our daughter?
Come, sir.
Doth any here know me? Why, this is not Lear. Doth Lear walk thus, speak thus? Where his eyes? Either his notion, weakness, or his discernings are lethargied, sleeping or waking. Sure, 'tis not so. Who is it that can tell me who I am? Lear's shadow, I would learn that. For by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded I had daughters.
Which day you met and obedient father?
Your name, fair gentlewoman?
Come, sir. This admiration is much of the savor of all your new pranks. As you are old and reverend, should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold. The shame itself does speak for instant remedy. Be thou desired by her that else will take the things she begs, a little to disquantity your train.
Darkness, devils. Saddle my horses, call my train together. Degenerate bastard, I'll not trouble thee. Yet have I left a daughter.
A Longfellow has lost her, and such a daughter should show to the slaughter if my care could find out water. So the fool follows after.
What? Have you read this letter to my sister?
Yes, madame.
Take you some company and away to horse. Inform her full of my particular fears, and dare to add such reasons of your own as may compact it more. Get you gone, and hasten your return.
Go you before the Gloucester with those letters. Acquaint my daughter no further with anything you know than comes from her demand out of the letter. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall be there before you.
I will not speak, my lord, till I have delivered your letter.
Thou canst not tell why one's nose stands in the middle of his face?
No.
Why, to keep his eyes on neither side's nose, that what a man cannot smell out may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Yes, thou wouldst make a good fool. If thou wert my full uncle, I'd have thee beaten for being gold before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old before thou hadst been wise.
Oh, let me not be mad, sweet heaven. I would not be mad. Keep me in temper. I would not be mad.
Good even to thee, friend. Out of the house?
Eh?
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
Why dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, 3-suited £100, filthy, worsted-stocking knave, a lily-livered, action-taking knave, a whoreson, glass-gazing, superficial rogue, one-trunk, inheriting slave.
What a monstrous fellow art thou, thus to rail on one that's neither known of thee, nor knows thee.
What a brazen-faced fellow art thou, to deny thou knowest me? You bring letters against the king, and take vanity, the puppet's part, against the royalty for father.
How now? What's the matter?
Keep peace upon your lives. He dies that strikes again. What's the matter?
The messengers from our sister and the king.
Sir, in good sooth, or in sincere verity, under the allowance of your grand aspect, whose influence like the wreath of radiant fire and flickering Phoebus' front.
What meanst thou by this?
To go out of my dialogue, which you just commend so much. I know, sir, I am no flatterer. He that beguiled you in a plain accent was a plain knave, which for my part I will not be, though I should win your displeasure to entreat me to it.
What's the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any.
Bring forth the stock, so you stubborn ancient knave, you reverend braggart. We'll teach you.
I am too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king, on whose employments I was sent to you.
Fetch forth the stocks, as I have life and honor. There shall he sit till noon.
Till noon. Till night, my lord. And all night too.
Why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you could not use me, sir.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is a fellow of the selfsame nature our sister speaks of. Come, bring away the stocks.
Good king, thou must approve the common song. Thou out of heaven's benediction comest to the warm sun. Approach, thou beacon to this underglobe, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. Nothing almost these miracles but misery. I know 'tis from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been informed of my obscured course, and shall find time from this enormous state, seeking to give losses their remedies.
It's strange that they should so depart from home and not send back my messenger.
Hail to thee, noble master.
How? Makest thou this shame thy pastime?
Look, here are us crow gathers. Horses a flying fly the head. Dogs and bears by the neck. Monkeys by the loins and men by the legs.
What's he that has so much thy place mistook to set thee here?
It is both he and she, your son and daughter.
No.
Yes.
No, I say.
I say yeah.
No, they would not.
Yes, they have.
By Jupiter, I swear, no. They durst not do it. They would not, could not do it. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such violent outrage. Oh, how this mother swells up toward my heart. Hysterica passio. Down thou climbing sorrow. Oh, thy elements below. Where is this daughter?
With the earl, sir, within.
Oh, my heart. My heart.
Right, sweet Nuncle. As the cook did to the ears where she put him with the paste alive. She rapped them with the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Down, wanton stone! He was her brother that impure kindness to his horse buttered his hay."
Tomorrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
I am glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. Beloved Regan, thy sister is not. Oh, Regan, she hath the tide, sharp-toothed unkindness like a vulture. Yeah. I can scarce speak to thee. Oh, thou'st not believe of how depraved equality. Oh, Regan.
I pray, sir, take patience. I have hope he less know how to value her deserts than she to slack her duty.
My curse is on her.
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature on you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than yourself. Therefore, I pray that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her, sir.
Ask her forgiveness. Do you mark how this becomes the house?
What trumpet's that?
I note my sister's. This approves her letters that she would soon be here.
Art not ashamed to look upon this beard? Oh, Regan, wilt thou take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? Ought's not offence that indiscretion finds, and dotage terms, sir.
Oh, sides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserved much less advancement.
You? Did you?
I pray you, father, being weak, seems so. If till the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home and out of that provision which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return to her, and 50 men dismissed? Why then, hot blood in France? That's Dolus took our youngest born. I could as well be brought to knee his throne, and squire-like pension back to keep base life afoot.
Your choice, sir.
Oh, now, I prithee, do not make me mad. I'll not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We'll no more meet, no more see one another. But yet, thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter, or rather a disease that lies within my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee. Mend when thou canst. Be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so, sir. I look not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome.
Is this well spoken now?
I dare vouch it, sir. What? 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more?
Why may not do, my lord? Receive attendance from those that should court servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If they then chance to slack you, we could control them. If you will come to me, for now I spy a danger, I entreat you to bring but 25. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all.
And in good time you gave it.
Made you my guardians, my depositories, but kept a reservation to be followed with such a number? What? Must I come to you with 25? Regan! Said you so?
And speak'st again, my lord. No more with me.
Those wicked creatures yet do seem well favored when others are more wicked. Not being the worst, stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with thee, Goneril. Thy 50 yet doth double 25. Thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 25? 10 or 5? To follow in a house but twice so many have a command to tend you.
What needs one?
Oh, reason not the need. Our basest beggars are the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. A man's life is cheap as beasts. How art a lady, if only to go warm were gorgeous? Why, nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm, but for true need. No, I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping, but this heart shall break in 100,000 flaws, or I'll weep. Oh, fool! Fool, I shall go mad.
Let us withdraw.
This house is little. The old man and his people cannot be well bestowed.
'Tis his own blame, has put himself from rest, and must needs taste his folly.
For his particular, I'll receive him gladly, but not one follower.
What's here beside foul weather?
I mind it like the weather, most unquietly.
I know you. Where's the king?
Contending with a fretful element.
But who is with him?
None but the fool, who labors to adjust his heart-struck injuries.
Sir, I do know you, and thereupon the warrant of my art commend a dear thing to you. There is division betwixt Albany and Cornwall, but true it is. From France there comes a power into this scattered kingdom. Not to you. If on my credit you dare build so far to make your speed to Dover, you shall find some that will thank you, making just report of how unnatural and bemading sorrow the king hath cost the plain. I am a gentleman of blood and breeding, and from some knowledge and assurance, offer this office to you. For confirmation that I am much more than my outward, open this purse, and take what it contains. If you shall see Cordelia, as fear not but you shall, show her this ring, and she will tell you who your fellow is, that yet you do not know.
Give me your hand. Have you no more to say?
Few words, but effect more than all yet, that when we have found the king, I'll this way, you that. He that first lights on him, hold the other.
Blow, wind, and crack your cheeks. Rage. Blow, you cataracts. And hurricane spout, till you have drenched the steeples, drowned the cocks. You sulphurs and thought executing fires, fount carriers and oak cleaving thunderbolts. Singe my white head. Thou! Oh! Shaking thunder! Smite flat the thick rotundity of the world! Crack nature's mold! All Germans spill at once that making grateful man.
Oh, Nanko, hot holy water in a dry house is better than this rainwater out of door. Good Nanko, in and ask thy daughter's blessing. Here is a night king who is neither wise one nor fool.
Rumble! Thy bellyful! Spit, fire, spouts, rain, oh rain, wind, thunder, fire, all my daughters, I task not you, you elements. With unkindness, I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You owe me no subscription, why then? Let's for your horrible pleasure. Here I stand your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised, O man. But yet I call you some foul ministers that have with two Pernicious daughters, join your high enchanter battled against a head so old and white as this. Oh, 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 tis foul, tis foul, tis foul.
He that has a house to put his end in has content with.
Who's there? Alas, sir, sit you here? Things that love not nights such as these. Gracious my lord, hard by here is a hovel. Some friendship would lend you against the tempest.
My wit begins to turn. Come on, my boy. How does my boy art cold? I am cold myself. Where's this draw, my fellow? The art of our necessities is strange. That can make vile things precious. Huh? Huh? Come, your hovel. Poor knave. I have one part of my heart that sorrows yet for thee. Come, bring us to this hovel. Come.
Pretty uncle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
King, the king, to have 1,000 with red burning spits come hissing in upon them.
Is much that trust in the tameness of a wolf, a horse's health, a boy's love, or horse both.
It shall be done. I will arraign them straight. Thou, sapiens, sit here. No, you, she, foxes.
How do you, sir? Stand you not so amazed? Will you lie down and rest upon the cushion?
I'll see the trial first. Bring in the evidence. Arraign her first as Goneril. I here take my oath before this honorable assembly. She kicked the poor king, her father.
From a hidden mistress, is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Cry you mercy. I took you for a giant.
Oh, pity. Sir, where is the patience now that you so oft have boasted to retain?
Then let them anatomize Regan. See what breathes about her heart. Is there any cause in nature that makes this hardness?
Now, good my lord, lie here a while.
Shh. Make no noise. Make no noise. Draw on the curtains. So. We'll have supper in the morning. So.
Come. Come hither, friend. Where's the king, my master?
Here, sir. But trouble him not. His wits are gone.
Good friend. I prithee take in thy arms. I've overheard a blood of that against him. There's a Lear ready, lay him, and drive towards thou there, my friend. Where thou shalt meet, both welcome and protection. Think of thy master, if thou shalt daily half an hour. His life, with thine and all that offer to defend him, stand in a shoe lost. Take up the king and follow me. Thou will to some provision give thee quick conduct.
Oppressed nature sleeps. This rest might yet have balmed thy broken sinews, which, if convenience will not allow, stand in hard cure.
Come away.
Go speedily to my lord your husband. Show him that letter. The army of France is landed. Edmund, keep you our sister company. Advise the Duke where you are going to a most festive preparation. We are bound to the like. Our post shall be swift and intelligent betwixt us. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my lord of Gloucester. How now? Where's the king?
Some 35 of his knights, hot quest dressed after him, met him at gate, who with some other of the lord's dependents are gone with him towards Dover, where they boast to have well-armed friends.
Farewell, sweet lord and sister.
Edmund, farewell. Go seek the traitor, pinion him like a thief, bring him before us, though we may not pass upon his life without the form of justice, yet our power shall do a courtesy to a wrath which meant.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband now met us on the way. Now, where's your master?
Madame, within, but never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was, the worst. What he should most defy seems pleasant to him. What like offensive?
Then shall you go no further? It is the cowish terror of his spirit that dares not undertake. He not feel wrongs which tie him to an answer. Our wishes on the way and prove effects. Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his masters and conduct his powers. I must change arms at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands.
Yours in the ranks of death.
My most dear Gloucester, to thee women's services are due. A fool usurps my birth.
Madame, here comes my lord.
I have been worth the whistling.
Oh, Goneril, you're not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. That nature which contemns its origin cannot be bordered certain in itself. She that herself will sliver and disbranch from her material sap. Perforce must wither and come to deadly use.
No more, the text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Few savor but themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters, what have you performed? A father and a gracious aged man, whose reverence even the head-lugged bear would lick, most barbarous, most degenerate have you madded. Could my good brother suffer you to do it? A man, a prince, by him so benefited. If that the heavens do not their visible spirits send quickly down to tame these vile offences, it will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself like monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man, the bear is a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs. Who has not in thy brows an eye discerning thine honour from thy suffering? And not knows fools do those villains pity who are punished, ere they have done their mischief.
See thyself, devil. Proper deformity shows not in the fiend, so horrid as in woman.
O vain fool!
Thou changed and self-covered thing, for shame, be monster not thy future. Wert my fitness to let these hands obey my blood? They are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh and bones. How where thou art a fiend, a woman's shape that suit thee.
Marry your manhood, no.
What news?
Oh my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead, slain by his servant, a servant that he bred, drove with remorse, opposed against the act, bending his sword to his great master, who threat and rage flew on him, and amongst them felled him dead, but not without that harmful stroke which since had plucked him after.
This shows you are above, you justices, that these are neither crimes so speedily convenged.
This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister.
One way I like this well, but being widow and my Gloucester with her, may all the beauty of my fancy plunk upon my hateful life. Another way, the news is not so took. I'll read an answer.
Why the King of France is so suddenly gone back? Know you no reason?
Something he left imperfect in the state, which since his coming forth is thought of, which imports to the kingdom so much fear and danger that his personal return was most required and necessary.
Did your letters pierce the Queen to any demonstration of grief?
I said she took them, read them in my presence, and now and then an ample tear trailed down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was a queen over her passion, who, most rebel-like, sought to be king o'er her.
Oh, then it moved her.
Not to a rage. Patience and sorrow strove who should express her goodliest.
Made she no verbal question?
Faith, once or twice she heaved the name of father, pantingly forth, as if it pressed her heart, cried, "Sisters, sisters, shame of ladies, sisters, Kent, father, sisters, what if the storm is the night? Let pity not be believed."
Well, sir, the poor distrusted Lear is in the town, who sometime in his better tune remembers what we are come about, and by no means will yield to see his daughter.
Why, good sir?
A sovereign shame so elbows him. His own unkindness that stripped her from his benediction, turned her to foreign casualties, gave her dear rights to his dog-hearted daughters. These things sting his mind so venomously that burning shame detains him from Cordelia.
Poor gentleman.
Of Albany and Cornwall's powers you heard not?
Tis so, they have it.
Well, sir, I'll bring her to our master Lear and leave you to attend him.
Alack, 'tis he. Why he was met even now as mad as the vexed sea singing aloud. A sentry sent forth. Search every acre in the high-grown field and bring him to our eye. What can man's wisdom and the restrain his frivolous sense?
Yours means, madam, our first nurse of nature is repose, the which he lacks that have broken him are many simple superlative, whose power will close the eyes of anguish.
All blessed secrets, all the unpublished virtues of the earth, spring with my tears. Be agent and remediate in the old man's distress. Seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
Yes, madam, the British powers are marching hitherward.
'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, my dear father, it is thy business that I go about. Therefore, great France, my mourning and important tears if pitied. No blown ambition doth our harms incite, but love, dear love, under our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him.
But are my brother's powers set forth?
I, madame,
Himself in person?
madame, with much ado, your sister is the better suitor.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lady at home?
No, madame.
What might import my sister's letters to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he is posted hence on serious matter.
I must needs after him with my letters.
Our troop sets forth tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous.
I may not, madame. My lady charged my duty in this business.
Why should she write to Edmund? Might not she transport her purposes by word? Belike something. I know not what. I love thee much. Let me unseal the letter.
Madame, I rather...
I know your lady does not love her husband. I am sure of that. And at her late being here, she gave strange oilad and most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom.
I? Madame?
I speak in understanding, for I know it. Therefore I do advise you, take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. You may gather more. If you do find him, pray you, give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from you, I pray, desire her call her wisdom to her. So farewell.
Oh, thou good Kent, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short, and every measure fail me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is okay. All my reports go with the modest truth. No more, no clips. But
Be better suited. Those weeds and memories of those worse hours, I prithee put them off.
pardon me, dear madam. Yet to be known shortens my maid intent. My boon I make it that you know me not, till time and everything meet.
Then be it so, my good lord. How does the king?
So please your majesty that we may wake the king. He hath slept long. Good madam, be by when we do awake him. I doubt not of his temperance.
Very well. Oh, my dear father. Restoration hung thy medicine on my lips. And let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made. Had you not been their father, these white flakes had challenged pity of them. Was this a face to be exposed against the warring winds? To stand against those deep dread-bolted thunder? Tis wonder that thy life and wits had not concluded all. He wakes. Speak to him.
Madam, do you. 'Tis fittest.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong. Take me out to the grave.
Sir, know me.
Your spirit, I know. Where did you die? Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I will not swear. These are my hands. Let's see. I feel this pinprick.
Look upon me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction o'er me.
Pray, do not mock. I am a very foolish, old man, 80 and upward, and
deal plainly, I fear. I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you, and know this man. Yet I am doubtful, for I am ignorant what place this is. And all the skills I have remembers not his garments, nor I know not where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for I am a man. I think this lady to be my child, Cordelia.
So I am.
Your tears wet. Yes, Faith. I pray, weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for my daughter have, as I remember, done me wrong. You have cause. They have not.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good man. The great rage you see is cured, and yet it is danger to make him even over the time he has lost. Desire him to go in.
Lord, please your highness walk.
You must bear with me. Pray now. Forget and forgive. I am old and foolish.
Was it true, sir, that the Duke of Cornwall was so slain?
Most certain, sir.
Who is conductor of his people?
As to sit, the bastard son of Gloucester.
The arbitrament is like to be bloody. Fare you well, sir.
My appointed period will be thoroughly good, or well, or ill, as this day's battles fought.
Know of the Duke if his last purpose hold, or whether, since, he is advised by all to change the course. He's full of alteration and self-reproving. Bring his constant pleasure.
Our sister's man is certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be doubted, madam.
Now, sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
A honored love.
But have you never found my brother's way to Forfend Place?
That thought abuses you.
I am doubtful that you have been conjacked and bosomed with her, as far as we call hers.
No, by mine honor, madam.
I shall never endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She and the Duke, her husband.
I had rather lose the battle than that sister should loosen him and me.
Our very loving sister will be met. For this I hear, the king is come to his daughter with others, whom the rigor of our states forced to cry out. Where I could not be honest, I never yet was valiant. For this business, it touches us as France invades our land. not boast the king with others whom I fear most, just in heavy causes make opposed.
Sir, you speak nobly. I shall attend you presently at your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us.
No,
'Tis most convenient. Pray you, go with us.
oh ho, I know the riddle. I will go.
To both these sisters have I sworn my love, each jealous of the other, as the stung are of the adder. Which of them shall I take? Both? One? Or neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes matters, Sister Goneril, and hardly shall I carry at my side, her husband being alive. Now then, we'll use his countenance for the battle, which, being done, let her that would be rid of him devise his speedy taking off. As for his mercy, which he intends to lay unto Cordelia, the battle done, and they within our power shall never see us pardon, for my state stands on me to defend, not to debate. Some officers take them away. Good God, and should their greater pleasures best be known that are to sense them.
We are not the first, who with best meaning have incurred the worst. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No! No! Come. We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. If thou dost ask me blessings, I'll ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll sing. We'll live, tell old tales, and laugh upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia. The gods themselves throw incense. Have I caused thee? He that parts us shall bring a brand from heaven and snare us hence like foxes. Wipe thine eyes. The good years shall devour him. Flesh and fell. Or they shall make us weep. We'll see him starve first. Come.
Take thou this note. Go follow them to prison. One step I have advanced thee. If thou dost as this instructs thee, thou dost make thy way to noble fortunes.
I'll do it, my lord. I cannot draw a cart, nor eat dry oats, but if it be man's work, I'll do it.
Sir, you have showed today your valiant strain, and fortune led you well. You have the captives that were the opposites of this day's strife. We do require them of you, so to use them as we shall find their merits, and our safety may equally determine.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention, an appointed guard whose age has charms in it, whose title more, to pluck the common bosom on his side and turn our impressed lances in our eyes, which do command them. With him I sent the queen, my reason all the same.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list to grace him. Methinks our pleasure should have been demanded, ere you had spoke so far. He led our powers, bore the commission of my place and person. the which immediate may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hard. In his own grace, he does exalt himself more than in your advancement.
In my right, by me invested, he compares the best.
That one the most, if he should husband you.
Jesters do oft prove prophets.
Ora, that I that told you so long but as queened.
Lady, I am not well, else I should answer from a full-flowing stomach. General, take thou my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony. Witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him then?
The let alone lies not in your goodwill.
Nor in thine, lord.
Half-blooded fellow, yes.
Let the drum strike and prove my title good.
Stay yet, hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thine attaint, this gilded serpent. For your claim, fair sister, I bar it in the interest of my wife, 'tis she subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict the banns. If you will marry, make your love to me. My lady is bespoke.
Sick. Oh, sick.
If not, I'll never trust poison.
What in the world he is that name me traitor, villain like he lies? Call by thy trumpet, he that dares approach on him, on you, who not? I will maintain my truth and my honor firmly.
This sickness grows upon me.
She is not well. Convey her to my tent.
Help, help.
What kind of help? What means that bloody knife?
It's hot. It smokes. It came even from the heart of...
Who, man? Speak.
Your lady, sir. Your lady and her sister. By her it's poison. She hath confessed it.
Oh. Oh. Oh! Oh. You are man of stones. Had I your tongues and eyes, I would use them so. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead and when one lives. She's dead as earth. Lend me a looking glass. If that her breath will stain or mist the stone, why then she lives.
Is this the promised end?
This feather stirs. She lives. If it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all sorrows I have ever felt.
My good master.
Prithee, away. Away.
Is noble Kent, your friend?
A plague upon you! Murderers, traitors all! I might have saved her. Now she is gone forever. Cordelia, stay a little. What is thou sayest? Her voice was ever soft, gentle and low, an excellent thing in woman. I killed the slave. That was a hanging fee. I have seen the day with my good falcon, I would have skipped them all. I am old now. These same crosses spoil me. Who are you? Mine eyes are not of the best, I'll tell you straight.
Say, your servant Ken. Where is your servant Case?
He's a good fellow. He'll strike, and quickly too. He's dead in his run.
No, my good lord. I am the very man.
Oh, I'll see that straight.
And from your life of difference and decay, follow your footsteps.
You will come hither.
No man else. Your eldest daughters have desperately are dead.
So think I too.
He knows not what he sees, and vain it is that we present us to him.
And if this, my lord,
That's but a trifle here. You lords and noble friends know our intent. What comfort to this decay may come shall be applied. For us, we will resign during the life of this old majesty to him our absolute power. Oh, see, see.
And my poor fool is hanged. No life. Why should a dog, a rat, a horse have life, and thou no breath at all? Thou wilt come no more. Never. I pray you, undo this button. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh. Break heart, everything. Break.
That's not his ghost. Let him pass. He hates him. The wood upon the rack of this tough world. Stretch him out long.
Bear them from hence. Our present business is to general woe. Friends of my soul, you twain rule in this kingdom, and the good state sustain.
I have a journey, sir. Shortly to go. My master calls in. I must not say no.
The weight of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest have borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.